Hey, we got a whole stack of movies to review, so boom, putting these down. Let's get right into it with one of my favorite. It's not even my favorite. It's just one of the better experiences I had at a cinema last year, and we'll start with this Ad Astra. Very visually stunning movie, and also I had a ton of hype going into this film. I get overwhelmed with goosebumps just thinking about it because before I even saw this, I just knew it was supposed to be good, and I remember seeing the Thanos meme where he's like pinning Thor down in an Endgame, and then Captain America grabs the hammer. It's a big shocking moment, and basically just over Thanos, they had all movies, and Thor was just this one guy Joe who made the meme, and he was just saying all movies are crushing me. And then when Captain America gets his hammer, James Gray, the title James Gray goes over him, and that's the meme. Basically, James Gray saves cinema, rescues Joe from boring movies. And as soon as I saw a meme just describing that James Gray directed a movie that was probably going to be one of the better movies of the year, I was hooked. I was saying, I have to see this. And also, James Gray, who directed this, did several other great movies. He did Two Lovers, he did The Yards, he did The Immigrant, and he also did, it's slipping on me now, but I can't really think of the title. I think Little Odessa, his debut feature. Mark Wahlberg and Joaquin Phoenix have worked with him, and in this case, he's got Bradley Pitts, who is just, everyone knows, is a great actor. He won his Oscar for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which he really deserved. Ad Astra is a slow space movie. People called it Apocalypse Now in space. Similar, very similar to Apocalypse Now. It isn't Apocalypse Now though. Apocalypse Now, to say that would have to imply that there's these, lush jungles. The theme of death hangs in the air. The theme of death and loss and discovery hangs in the air, certainly, but it's a much more. The movie is very soft. It's soft, but also beautiful to look at. I saw this in September. This came out in September 20th, I think, which is a really um, early. That's like early award season. It's funny now that we're in the coronavirus. It seems like everything is different. There won't be award ceremonies the regular time. It just feels everything's shaken up. But when I saw this September 20th, I actually drove to a cinema. I think I drove on a Saturday night. I went to a large theater. I was trying to get the seats in the back. I missed them just by like a minute. I really wish I would have gotten those seats because you sit in the very back of the theater. You can really just take it in, especially at a movie like this. This was a very crowded showing, so I ended up sitting right behind a group of teenagers. And yeah, I remember I even asked them to move so I could see, and they did. They all moved down one. It was thank you to those guys. But I saw this at Great Neck, and it was just the showing was really incredible. During the first scene where there's someone falling off a space station, it was really cool, and yeah, just the scenes in space were really cool and were not what you'd expect. It was not all adrenaline pumping action. It was lots of visceral, emotional, psychological, and philosophical stuff. Talking about Brad Pitt's father, the meaning of humanity, and what the point of human existence is. It takes appropriately bleak a look into our world. But Ad Astra is just a look at Brad from that angle. He looks like he knows something you don't know what he knows. He's like, I'm about to win an Oscar. You don't know that though. So yeah, Cliff Booth, great in the movie. Sienna Miller in this movie, I think she is. It's funny because Sienna Miller is just in she's just the wife in everything. Feminists will hate me for saying that, but that's true. Sienna Miller, she's in everything, just in a supporting role. Anyway, good movie, strong movie, visually strong. It's beautiful, and it's a subversive sci-fi spectacle.